Hello, this is Barry at Plantalicious. This is the second of my video blogs, and I wanted to talk to you today rather than do something written, because I felt this is quite a personal subject and wanted to perhaps show how I feel and the issues that I've faced, and share those with you. And I think that's probably stronger verbally than it is as a written article. What I want to talk about is progress, and how you can become frustrated at the lack of progress, and also how we're all very focused on perfection. For me, perfection is something that I struggle with, because I want everything to be perfect. I want to be thin, I want to be healthy, I want to be fit. I want so many things for myself, and I want them immediately. I want, snap, there's my silver bullet, and it's all sorted. And I think one of the things that I've realized in the last 12 months is that that doesn't really happen, and that's not reality. And striving for perfection can sometimes be a trigger that causes problems. So 12 months ago, I was at Farms to Forks, and I had my sort of miraculous weekend where I came back full of enthusiasm and started on my plant-based journey. And I've loved it. I've spent 12 months absolutely really caring about my body, about the food that I eat. And despite this, about 2 weeks ago, almost my year's anniversary from when I was at Farms to Forks, I felt very low and very upset and very unhappy. And I'm not sure whether I can call it depression, but I was certainly very down and very low. And I've thought about that a lot in the last couple of weeks. And the reason I think I was so down and so low was because I was striving for perfection. I wanted everything, and I had an expectation that all of a sudden, after 12 months, everything should be perfect. And I started questioning, was I doing the right thing? Was this the right commitment? Was it really worth the effort, of cooking and doing all this stuff and blogging and sharing my experiences and stuff? Or should I just give up? Should I not try and develop, a website that supports people and that shares my journey? Should I not bother to work out with my trainer and focus on looking after myself? Should I really just, give up? And I have to say, it was very tempting to give up. It was very tempting to say, well, all this effort in the last 12 months has not been really very worthwhile. But then I had to think about, well, are those expectations realistic? Mr. G, my partner, would say, well, aren't you putting yourself under undue pressure? Aren't you being unreasonable about your expectations? And I think that's probably true. Setting realistic expectations is really important. And what I've realized is that in 12 months, I've made huge changes. I mean, I'm a lot lighter than I was. I'm a lot fitter than I was. My cholesterol's come down, my blood pressure's better. Lots and lots of things are going in the right direction, and I feel much, much more healthy. And I know I've made huge amounts of progress. That doesn't mean to say that I can sit here hand on heart and say everything's fine. It's not the destination that counts for me. It's actually the quality of the journey. It sounds so cliched and so naff, but actually I've realized that I'm not suddenly going to arrive at a point that says, well, Baz, you're really, really fit, and that's it. This is the end of the road. What I want to do is to improve my health destiny and to make changes to that, and to make sure that I live a long, happy and healthy life. And that's what I've been doing, and that's what I've been achieving. It's very hard, though, when you get down and when you get low, to recognize that you've made that progress, to acknowledge to yourself that that's the point at which you're at. I think when you get depressed, or when you get low, or when you get frustrated, It's very hard to reach out to other people, and it's very hard to get out of your own mind and to step outside of what you've done. But the way I did it was to look at where I was a year ago, to consider some of the things that I can do now that I couldn't do a year ago. Bench pressing heavy weights, thinking about running and wanting to get up and exercise in the mornings, and missing my trainer when he's not available, and things like that, which I've never been like that. There's been some major changes to my life. I feel lighter, I feel brighter, I feel healthier. All of those things are so positive. So that was how I did it. I stepped outside of my sort of low mood and tried to look at some things that compared where I was with where I am now, because that showed the value of the journey that I've been on. It showed the value of the time. I could go on another crash diet. I could do another lighter life diet, which I did some years ago, and I could lose a lot of weight, but that wouldn't necessarily make me healthy. In fact, I think those things probably made me very unhealthy. I think setting some realistic expectations would also help. So I'm not looking for that silver bullet anymore. What I'm looking for is to make small changes. And one of the things that I'm doing at the moment is to try and look at portion sizes, try and look at what I'm eating when I go out and when I'm out with clients. All of those things will help. I'm not putting myself on a diet. I know that diets don't work. I've known that for a great long period of time in my life because I've done so many of them. It's also about keeping things in perspective. I'm very good at catastrophizing things and making out that things are really, really awful, when actually they're not awful. They're just not going as quickly as I would like. We can't all have it our own way. My mother used to say, you always want to have things your own way. And sometimes you just have to wait for the changes to happen, and you have to put the work in to get the results. As tough as that may sound, there isn't an easy way. So many, if you look at all the diet books and all the promises, make out that this stuff is easy. I'm not on a diet. I'm not looking to necessarily lose weight. I'm looking to feel healthy and to be happy and contented with my fitness and my health. And that is a very different perspective. Somebody recently said to me, don't think about weight, think about how light you feel, and think about feeling lighter. And I thought that was a really good piece of advice. So the big question is, am I happy with where I am? Well, no, not really. I can always do better. I can always be a better person. I can always be healthier. I can always be lighter. But I am much happier and I am much healthier than I was 12 months ago. And for that, I am eternally grateful. I would encourage you very, very strongly to join the community, because I think one of the things I realized was that when I get down and when I lose track or go off track, I need other people's support and help and love and consideration to bring me back on track. And I'm fortunate that I've got lots of people like that in my life. However, it's quite hard to reach out to those people because they're very close. And people perhaps that I know a little bit less, I'm more willing to reach out to them, especially when we've got something in common. So if you're trying to make changes to your health and you're trying to eat healthier and change your health destiny, then I'd encourage you to join the community on Plantalicious. That way we can exchange our experiences and exchange our views and help one another. Anyway, that's enough from me today. I really hope you have a wonderful weekend. It's Friday here in the UK. I've just finished work and it's definitely time to relax and enjoy the weekend, and I hope you do the same. Lovely to speak to you wherever you are in the world, and sending lots of love and health and happiness to everybody out there. Cheers for now. Bye.